Hello everyone, welcome back to the Haripriya channels. Today we're going to discussing about the case study. Some theoretical in lecture in a professional thing we will giving on the some case study as a assignment to the students. When some students we don't know the what is mean of case study, we will explain on it, but we didn't know what is the meaning of case study, what it is we writing on assignment, we taking a ppt, or we going on the some other assignments, what it is the case study. You're going to see on the what is the case study in this video. We'll move on the videos. The what first one is what is being by case. That is a very good examples of the students in learning about in ourselves. We more studies of assignment we will rank enquiring in our students, we will open up in our questions, the open up in our develop in our social and open-ended problems and multiple political solution and requirements. These are the things we will discussing about in our students. You allow the students to intermediate to do to solve the realistic and real life problem instead of hypothetical problems. We'll see on the some many problems in day-to-day life we will solving the based on the case studies. What is why case studies we want? The case study assessment can done by the individual or a teams, so the students can be improved in can be a brainstorm solution shared in a workload. I'll giving us some examples of this video. Click on the link. Our next one is the what is the advantages of using the case study. Major advantages of case studies: teaching some case studies in the students in actively engaged in a figuring out of the principles by abstracting from the examples, developing the skills in problem solving, technical tools, and quantitative and qualitative things, and depending on the cases and decision making and scope and complex solutions. I giving on the link over here. And next one is the what is the guidelines we will giving on the students in a classroom. The first one will be more straightforward to our application, the presenting of the case study, establishing a framework for the analysis. The second one is that we have a helpful of the statements in case provide the tough informations to the students to figuring out the solutions to identify how to apply those solutions in other similar situations. The instructors may choose to use several cases so that can be shared in our students. Similarly, we have to decide they know what are the different solutions we are having among different cases. And next one is the what is the guidelines will be giving on the classroom. The students will be know how it will be applied for the particular solution in the correct situation. And depending on the course objectives, the instruction may encourage the students to follow the sympathetic approaches to the analysis, to the problems, the real-time problems. For example, I've given the some questions over here. The first one is the what is the issues. Based on the objectives, we will giving the best what is the issues will be applied to the real life applications in a situation based. And second is what is the goal of the analysis, why we going to analyze that particular problem, we will explain to the students. And third one is the we will context of the problems, we will identify, and after I will getting to the some tips to the students to identify in our problems. And fourth one is the key facts should be considered. What are the keywords, what are the keys, why we will choosing this problem, why we're going to these particular situations. We will culture to all the problems to consider by the students. And fifth one is the what alternatives are available to the decision makers. In day-to-day lives we have the lots of problems in our daily lives, we will identify the situations, we will capture that particular situation, how it will be solved in different ways, that is called the decision makers. The in the lectures we will giving the some examples of the real-time world, we will giving the some ideas to the students we will capture up their ideas to giving them some solutions. We're getting a lots of ideas to the students. We will find out the solutions in the real time situations. What could you recommended and why? And finalized, we will giving on the some recommended solutions and why we going to apply this particular solution in this problem. That is the things we will explain to in our students. This is also called the design thinking method. We also see on the last videos. And next one is the what is the innovation approaches to the case study analysis to role play to the part of the peoples involving in the cases. We will giving us some role plays in the real time cases. We will getting of the based on the objectives and videos or field trips. We will move on the some other place to giving the some situation to the students. We helping to analyze the life skills and analyze in our mind to technical based. And next one is the what is the accompanying regarding to the case study. With the amount of emphasis placed on the use of the recording during the case study discussion, depending the complexity of the concept of the methods. The concept we will input in our student. The straightforward is the focus of the discussion can be placed to use of the technical results. And we will move on to some other place. We will giving the some questions to the students. We will getting some results to them. After that we will work out the students to application to interpreter to the results. After we getting the solution from them, we will explain why we getting the solution to the particular problems. We will ask them. We have to interact the students carefully. That is the meaning of case study. We have to giving the before we giving on the case study recording or a reading practice. And next one is the I will give us some example case studies over here. What is the issue? Safely exaggerate the truth. That is the issue. What is the goal of the analysis? To interminate the safe way to examine for the truth. What is the context of the problems? What is the key factor to be considered over here? What the alternatives are available to the decision making? Trench box or the batches. For example, I'm giving the one suggestion box in our college. We will why we'll giving the particular suggestion box in our college campus or college department side. That is the one thing we have to getting a mindset. In each and every one we will see on the suggestion box. We will think why we put it on the suggestion box in our classroom, and before we will analyze on that. After that, why we put it on the there in the particular place. We will giving on the issues as we analyze the particular goal. Why we have to consider the particular thing in our classroom, and why we going to available in the department side. These are things we will analyze over the case studies. Next one is I'll giving us some example case studies over on the videos over here. You have to click on that. We have to complete on the case study videos. And next one is the I will giving on the what types of soils are we dealing with. I'll giving a soil report over here. Review all the materials before making a decisions. We have to giving an assignment over here. You write the case study over the soil. Giving an example of the case study. This is a case study over here. What could you recommended and why? We will giving an analyze over here. And next one is the this is the analytic parts. This is the solution parts. We will consider over here. I'll giving an assignment over here, guys. We have to go and analyze that video. I'll giving us some comments over in my box. And pros and cons over here also having in the case study. The pros is students are engaged more of the lecture. And next one is that we have to know what is the real or realistic examples and depth to the topics. And cons, we have to make up over the lectures. That is the one thing. We have to giving a case study. We have to the students will be know very interesting to do the particular realistic problems. It could be make more time. We have covered the materials over more path. May keep students too engaged. We will giving a more interesting test to the students. I'll giving the some example over there. Already I told I give a examples. If I have any doubts, we will pin it on the comment box. Thank you. We'll see you on the next case study video in a real time example. Thank you, guys.